And then he says this, that we have peace with God. So this is Romans chapter 5, verse 1. Now, here's what I think. I think this word right here is why we wake up in the morning. I think you and I, every single day of our life, is looking for a way to get peace, right? We live in anxiety, we live in fear, we look around the world, we wonder, how am I gonna get meaning, purpose, value out of my life? We go into a bookstore, we go to the self-help section, and that self-help section is going pragmatically through your life and trying to get you to figure your life out and better your life. The problem is they haven't defined what a win is yet. You can't help your life unless you define what a win is. And the Bible comes along and goes, the reason you wake up in the morning, the reason you choose the spouse you do, the reason you choose the clothes, it's all to find peace. Peace is this thing that we all want, we all value, we all go after. It's elusive in our life. And he's saying, you can have it. There's two kinds though. There's two kinds of peace. So the peace he talked about here, first thing he says is you can have peace with God, which is fascinating because most of the time we're trying to find like peace socially, peace with other people, peace with ourselves. And he goes, actually, before we get to any of that, this is actually the most important, that first you have peace with God. Now, when we read that, we're like, right, bored. I want to talk about my peace and peace with you. He's going, no, guys, listen, here's what we do. We think that God is actually not that interesting, and we don't recognize that he is actually the greatest treasure in the universe. So we just keep looking for the stuff God gives us. Will he give me more blessing? Will he give me a great family? Will he give me a good job? And we forget that God is the greatest gift the gospel gives us. If all we got was God, that'd be like we should all just be sitting here like, I get God? That's crazy. But some of us, we're like, yeah, okay, what else? Like, bored. Like when I get to heaven, and what do? We pitch people, we're like, if you go to heaven, you're gonna see grandma again. You know, you're gonna get all the food you want, and everyone's like, oh, I go to heaven. And it's like, wait, what? Listen, 1 Peter chapter 3 says this, one of my favorite verses. For Christ suffered once for sins that he might, what was the reason? Bring us to God. That's the reason he suffered, that you would get God and that would be interesting to you. And for some of us, we're like, that's not that interesting. I want that. And here's what we do. We elevate gift above giver.